game, doing it different, we ain't the same. I'ma come over and state my claim. You think I'm lame cause I don't wear a chain? Rock them pants and a shirt that's plain. With life's too simple, you can keep that fame. Try to maintain and level out my brain. Bring heat to my calves when I run LeBron James. Who run it, who run it, who run it? I run it. When I conquer, they know who done it. Check it out when I run the city. Running high with the cardio, feeling silly. People want dreams, but stuck on their cell phones. Will that make them come true? Hell no. Feed your focus and neglect your distractions. Tomorrow's not promised to no one, so make it happen. My great people, this is Rolo, and welcome back to Rolo Runs the City. I do apologize for the delay, but welcome to Season 3 of Rolo Runs the City. I want to make sure that I do the best that I can to provide the best content I can for you, as well as uplift my people and make sure that we run it the way we run it. Why Rolo Runs the City? Because that's exactly what I do. We've been doing some great runs in the year of 2021, and we're hoping to keep it going from here and beyond. Very grateful for your guys' viewership, listenership, man. If you guys are watching me on YouTube, man, feel free to subscribe. Go ahead and hit that bell notification, so then that way every time I drop a video, you guys already know what to do. As well as if you guys are listening to my podcast on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Music, whatever, feel free to follow my stuff, man. I'm trying to do the best that I can to make sure that I provide great content for you guys, because time is our greatest asset and it doesn't need to be wasted. We need great information, and let's do what we do. Anyway, today's episode is about the term GOAT. Is there an overuse of the word GOAT? Okay, I'm going to have to say yes. But of course, we want to talk about the origins of the word GOAT. Is the actual acronym was coined by my man James Todd Smith, aka LL Cool J. Ladies love Cool James. He was actually, he came out with that album back in 2000, and which was actually a great album. It was called The Greatest of All Time, the GOAT. And I'm pretty sure if he knew that this term was going to be used the way it was, I'm pretty sure he would have filed his trademark ASAP. But unfortunately, he didn't. But hey, you live and you learn. But anyway, I truly feel that this term is just extremely overused. And the reason why I say this is because, you know, you hear it thrown around in so many conversations, especially when it comes to sports, things of that nature. And this is a term that shouldn't be taken lightly. You know what I mean? It's like, the term is about one who could dominate his or her field during any era, which makes them a transcendent talent. I mean, a transcendent asset in any form. You know what I mean? So for people to just throw this term around, it's like, no, could they really dominate from like 50 years from now? Could they dominate about 60 years back in the past? I mean, you have to really see everything in its totality in reference to the field that they're in and how they respond. Now, I truly believe that we're just getting too loose with our language, and we got to stop doing that. You know what I mean? A barbershop convo can never be taken serious. But however, you know, the meeting of the minds, you know, can make a person look foolish as if they aren't an authority on the issue. You know what I mean? And it happens a lot. You hear a lot of like sports analysts, how they'll just throw out GOAT this and GOAT that. And they look foolish because at the same token, they're like, I'm saying this and I'm supposed to be a professional at this field, so I should know what I'm talking about. I'm supposed to be the coined expert. But, you know, the term GOAT just gets thrown around way too much. So, I mean, that's something that really does have to stop. Whether people are going to stop doing it or not, probably not, because people don't like to be told what to do. But I truly feel like if you're going to say something, stand by what you mean what you say, bring some facts behind what you're talking about. Okay? So, you know, there's always that old saying of wise men listen and laugh while fools are talking. That's exactly the way it is. Sometimes you just got to sit back and observe people and say, dude, like, really? You know, come to grips with it. That's not true, and here is why. You know, so when somebody's great, you got to say it though. You got to give them their flowers while they can still smell them. But GOAT status, that's something to me that opinions, they must be unanimous. Okay, if it's not unanimous, they're not the GOAT. If there's some sort of a question, then they are not the GOAT. Okay, but Here's a list of GOATs that are in areas of life that particularly interest me. So I'll go on with sports and I'll say basketball. Uh, I feel that Kobe Bryant's the GOAT. And of course, you're gonna hear so many people say, "Oh, man, you're crazy. Oh, what about Jordan? He's 6-0 and in the finals, and LeBron's one of the greatest talents we ever seen." But what people don't understand is, I always say all the time, how many titles does Jordan have without Scottie Pippen, which was his right hand man? I'm gonna have to say 0, okay? Because that's not opinion, that's fact. Jordan has now won a title without Scottie, okay? Now, how many has Kobe won without Shaq? Okay, Kobe's got 5. I get it. He didn't win 6, but he's got 5. But he won 2 without Shaquille O'Neal. Okay, so people will say, "Oh, but how are you gonna say that? Because Kobe modeled his game after Mike." Look, it is what it is. At the end of the day, nobody's saying Michael Jordan mentality. They're saying Mamba mentality. So that's enough said on that. Now, next thing I want to get into is entrepreneurship. Okay, I look at Jeff Bezos. Why? Warren Buffett had been a millionaire since 1990. Totally get that. Okay, I totally get that. And you think about it, Warren Buffett's been investing for a long time. Warren Buffett actually didn't become a billionaire until he was 59 years old. Okay, now was he playing the long game? Of course, because he was doing stocks and investing. I totally get that. Real estate investments, they take time to mature. But Jeff Bezos definitely went after it. He became a billionaire within 9 years within 9 years of the inception of Amazon.com. Okay, so at the end of the day, good things don't come to those who wait. Good things come to those who work, and I believe that Jeff Bezos is the epitome of that. And I know it sounds kind of shallow saying that, oh, he's got more money. Of course, we all know that, but that's not even what makes him the GOAT. What makes him the GOAT is the fact that not only did he get to that billionaire status in 9 years, but he was also 35 years old once he hit that status. Okay, where pretty much you already see the deal with Warren Buffett. Not knocking him either. That's definitely somebody who is definitely a great player in his field. But at the same time, is he the GOAT, the greatest of all time? I'm going to have to say no. Okay? This guy, Bezos, went after it, did everything that he needed to do. I mean, he's absolutely killing the game in reference to music streaming, in reference to home delivery services. And on top of that, he's providing thousands on top of thousands of jobs. Okay? And the dude's talking about going to go fly somewhere, taking a space ride, which I thought was pretty funny. But of course, who knows? He's probably going to hang out there with Elon Musk and see what they can see out there. Who knows? But anywho, I just thought that, for me, Jeff Bezos is definitely a man that is of action. He went went after it. And on top of that, like I said, not to knock Warren Buffett, but at the age of 59 and a half, you can go ahead and start drawing from your IRA. He was at that age already once he hit that billionaire status. Now, people say, "Well, why are you knocking him? It's a billion. That's more than what you got." And I'm not knocking him because that's incredible what he did. And I'm not trying to even compare my pocket to that pocket. However, we're talking about the GOAT here. Okay? So, my man was able to do that within a 9-year period, and at the tender age of 35, was able to call himself a billionaire. Not many people can do that. So, I know it sounds like a game of numbers, that makes you the king. However, quality over quantity, longevity, improvement, sustainability are some of the GOAT traits. And it's something that really, that these guys represent. They represent their longevity. I mean, look at Kobe. Kobe played 20 years in the league for the same team, which is very impressive. Okay? As opposed to Jordan, who played, I believe, 15 years. And on top of that, went through 3 retirements. So it goes to show you that he was subjected to burnout, needed a break, come back in, needed a break again. It just, for me, longevity is key. If you're trying to become that guy or that woman. You know, you have to really own in on your craft. And that's exactly what he did. I look at Jeff Bezos, same thing. You know, this is a man who said, I'm going to start selling books online. People looked at him like he was the village idiot. And evidently, he did something that was way beyond what we were thinking at that time. You know, the inception of the internet, I believe, was 1995. And about, I believe, 97, 98, he was really just trying to, you know, dip himself into it and really do what he needed to do. Like, really getting into the thick of things. So, you have to have reverence and respect for that. But for me, I'm not going to throw over the term GOAT and say all these crazy blasphemous things about, oh yeah, man, that's the GOAT. Yeah, that's the GOAT. And just throw it over. Nah, if I'm going to call somebody the GOAT, that's because they truly are. But anyway, I figured I'd go ahead and hit you guys off with that. Very glad that you guys listened to me this week. Truly blessed. Just here, trying to do my thing. Give you guys some good content to listen to. So then that way you can take something from it and in some way enhance yourself at the same time. We're all on the same page. We're all the same people. We're all just trying to get through this journey of life, doing God's work and doing what we are intended to do with the time that we have here. Well, anyway, this is Rolo. Y'all already know I run the city. Feel free to go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Definitely check me out on Twitter. They're both at Rolo Runs the City. Like I said, if you listen to me on the pod, listen to me on Spotify, definitely look at my YouTube. You just put Rolo Runs the City. I'm going to pop right on up. All right, till next time, friends, become the GOAT, never a sheep, and don't sleep on your dreams. Peace.